everybody. It is so frustrating to watch what's going on in the world. In Wales, the government is now stopping maintaining roads, as it were, and not planning any new roads. There's a move afoot to do away with your cars. In Holland, 10,000 farms are being confiscated. All this madness. So in this very short video, I just want to explain a point that everyone can understand. And it's really about groupthink and about the madness of the entire climate alarmist movement. Now, just take a look at this graph. This is the CO2 graph used by the climate alarmists, and it's one I agree with. It's measured at the top of a mountain in Hawaii in the Pacific there, and that's what we internationally use as the measurement of CO2 on Earth. It does vary around the Earth, but that's, if you like, a reference point. And as you can see, it has grown and grown and growing, and it has turned upwards, it's curved upwards, which means it's now accelerating and accelerating faster and faster as we pump more CO2 in the air. Don't be alarmed by this. This is causing great benefits and we need it. So the whole entire basis of that is wrong. But this video is about a very simple point. Look at all these conferences and when they occurred, the dates they occurred on this graph. They make no difference whatsoever to the growth of CO2. So why are we spending trillions? Now, these committees, like we have in Wales, where I live, a small country, we have a Welsh Government Climate Change Committee, how Wales can change climate. And these people actually sit there, climate change ministers, and they really think that they can change the climate. It's total madness. It's no better than the witchcraft hunts from 400 years ago when committees sat condemning women to be burnt alive. And when books from universities were published on how you find a witch and so on, we haven't really progressed, it seems. So the point is this. All these trillions and trillions of pounds are being spent as the West destroys its total economy. I mean, all the economies of the West who partake in this madness are being destroyed. Not so in the East, not so in the developing countries, India and China, building coal and carrying on just as normal, in fact accelerating it, whilst we have a sort of death cult. So my point is this. Ask your politicians what benefit we're getting from all the conferences. What benefit are we getting for all the trillions spent, for all the ruining of our economies, for all our change in lifestyle being demanded by the politicians? What change do we get? And the answer is none. None. They can't justify it. If you're spending trillions on public policy, you should be able to justify with its effect and show its effect. This graph, taken from the alarmists, simply shows there is no effect. None at all. So the point is, please demand from your politicians why they're doing all this when it has no effect whatsoever. And anyone who argues with you, Stop Oil, Extinction Rebellion, anyone like that who argues with you, just point out that this makes no difference whatsoever to the growth of CO2. They are completely nuts. It's very much like the king's clothes or the emperor's clothes. Our leaders think they are seeing a CO2 reduction, think all their COP meetings are having an effect, and they're not. There's no difference to that fairy tale about the king's clothes. He was in the nude, but everyone had to pretend he was dressed. And that's just where our politicians are. They're all pretending that the CO2 cause is dressed. It's not. It's naked and exposed.